All right, here we go, and we are live, guys. What's going on? It's your boy Dave Bergio here with Mindset Monday. As you can see, I'm on my feed today, rolling solo. I'll be back with Jonathan later this week for Financial Fitness Friday. But guys, it is the first Mindset Monday of the new year. I know we said it on Friday, but I'll say it again today on Mindset Monday. Happy New Year to you guys. Today is January 6th, 2025. And one of the things I wanted to talk about on Mindset Monday today is more about time. And you guys know that Jonathan and I talk about time a lot, whether it's time management, how to maximize your time, how to dial that time into a calendar. And one of the things I want to talk about is a different time perspective today, but let's get back on track here, right? It's the 6th and new year, new me, new goals, all that good stuff, right? So ask yourself this question on January 6th, on this first week of the year. Um, are you are you on track? Are you doing what you said you're going to do? Are you checking boxes? Are you hitting critical tasks every day? If you're not, look, that's okay. Dust yourself off, pick it up, and get it going. It takes time to build a habit. It takes time to develop these things in line, right? It's not built overnight, especially if you haven't started already. You can't come in expecting to go out guns a blazing and get these things dialed in. It takes the discipline, it takes the time, it takes the habits to form this together. But don't quit and keep pushing, right? You have those goals, you have them written down, you see them, you're more likely to hit them and keep pushing. But one of the reasons why I want to talk about time today is on a different perspective, kind of on a different little dichotomy shift today is I was at a birthday party over the weekend and a little backstory here. Some very good friends of mine, their son, he turned 21 and I haven't seen them in person probably since around the summertime at least. And then we would text here and there. But I also found out recently when I got invited to this party that he was battling, that he battled cancer. He's in very good shape now. Beat it, caught it early, and all that good stuff. And that's awesome, man. And shock to me because it was just such a short amount of time, since I talked with him last, and then it's just crazy how a couple month gap that you see everything come together like that. And one of the things that obviously it's great that he's still here, but one of the things I really noticed when speaking together, he and I had a really awesome conversation. But the thing I noticed right away with him is that you can feel and see the energy difference now in him to where, and this isn't bad. Like, I love this dude. Like, he's awesome. He's a really, really solid individual. But before, he's stoic, laid back, straight to the point, and you know, kind of almost would speak if he had to, which there's nothing wrong with that. But this time is more energy, more engaging. And the conversation was just based on, living, dude, like live, be in the moment, enjoy this. We're here, we're blessed, we're fortunate to have another day. And then also talking into what we have going on. And hey, man, I see what you're doing. That's awesome. People are watching. Continue to do those good things. It's awesome what you're doing. You're not the same you were a couple years ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. And I was like, oh man, this is crazy. But the energy, man, that was the biggest takeaway that I could get from that. But look, at the end of the day, right, when we're talking about business and accomplishments, personal, mental, physical, spiritual, we always talk about maximizing our time and setting those goals and hitting deadlines, right? Um, Making the most out of everything. And that's important. But also, are you being intentional? Are you being intentional with those goals, with everything that you've set out to embark on? Okay. That's important too. Like, are you tracking? Are you building a progress? And I'm taking the shift back here as to this time and uh reaching your potential and your goals within this first week of the year. But again, as I said, take those tangibles, dust yourself off. It's still 6 days early, right? But be intentional about it. We talk about it in 75 hard a lot. When you're doing the workouts, when you're reading, right? Even down to the progress picture, the diet. Are you intentional? Um, Ask yourself, okay, this is important. What is one new habit that you can implement today, that you can start today that will push you towards those goals? So ask yourself that question and think about that. But I want to touch back, right, on on what I was speaking about, with my friend here. The other side of time that we don't talk too much about is what are you doing to like live fully? Not just these personal goals, these material goals, these crazy business goals, this growth, right? Um, which is all fine and dandy, but what are you doing to spend time like with your family or pursuing hobbies or just even pausing to appreciate what life has to offer? And I'll be honest, I didn't really looking back on 2024, I don't think I really did a good job of that, outside of business goals that we had and everything else. I think I did a great job with my family, with goals that we have, with things that we do collectively as a family every year, with being intentional, doing some new things that we haven't done before. But what have I even done for myself? Right? Like what have I done to enjoy things myself? Kind of isolated myself a little bit this year. Yeah, there's probably some intentionality behind that. Um, there were some goals that I wanted to hit. There's some things that I wanted to get in line with what we had for business. There are some opportunities that came up that we are working on right now to propel us in that direction. But I was pretty intentional on kind of doing some things that or not doing some things that I didn't enjoy. I didn't get to, kind of like enjoy some hiking stuff that I like to do, motorcycle riding, going to car shows, shooting off some guns, right? Um, or even being around, my friends a lot, or those that kind of, my friend group that collectively my wife and I have that aren't business related, that isn't in networking, like our people, right? Like I kind of isolated myself a lot on that. Look, and that's on me. That's by design. I'm not neither happy nor sad about it because it was the decision that I made. But I also realized like, man, like I enjoy those things. And I need to really kind of dial in a little better this year and make some more time for those things. And even the party and being in conversations like that and getting to enjoy um, those times with some very good friends. Um, kind of reminded me, I need to get back into that a little more and I need to just kind of put some things down and pull away. It's like the weekends are for, hey, everybody chills or does things. But on the weekends, it's like I do more things, either geared towards the business or we get to get stuff done around the house and then put in some family stuff there that we have to do. But I'm not really doing like anything for me. It's almost too rigid, right? It's very monotonous. And I know some people are like, hey, go, 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 do this, do that. Yeah, I'm like that too. But I do enjoy those other things, and I still think maybe in moderation or I don't know, has it become that you kind of get too used to that stuff a little bit to where you pull away from that completely? But when you really sit back and think about it, here's the question, is that really fulfilling? Is that really a complete purpose driven life? Yeah, you can have a purpose and impact people and so forth, through business, through, inspiring others. But what are you doing to impact yourself? Like, are you enjoying uh, those things that you've worked for? You know, but I see him and dude is just happy, man. Like, and it was awesome. And that energy, man, it was just such a great conversation. It's very good to see him in those spirits. And brother, if you're watching this, you know, prayers and bless up to you, man. And keep doing your thing. It was a very inspiring conversation. But think about your own life, man. if today was a wake up call, would you feel like you're using all your time wisely? We're never going to get that back. And I think a lot of times that we don't understand that, or we take that so for granted that we feel like we're going to have an infinite amount of time to where you get some type of message. Hey, you have a very serious health problem you need to take care of. Or all of a sudden, it's the last time you ever walk out of your house and you might get in a car accident, right? And never come back. Or that could happen to one of your loved ones then. And then how does that derail your life completely? We have this sense that we're going to be live to be old and gray and hopefully give it our all, hopefully hit all those goals and dreams and aspirations that we have. But we forget that's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that you're going to make it that far. You don't know that. I don't know that. So I think a lot of times we don't put 100% or intentionality every single day because of that. But it goes both ways. You have to put that time, obviously, in your goals, but are you putting 100% onto everything else behind that? Ask yourself on that. Are you giving 100%? Yeah, I can give 100% in my goals and my work and my team and everything for me, but are you giving 100% on everything else? Are you giving 100% to you to enjoy those things that life have to offer for yourself, like your own hobbies, whether it's stuff you've always loved to do or even trying new things? But I want to know. Let me know. Like, what are you guys doing this week or setting out this month and this year to really maximize your time? Not just for your goals, but what like really like fulfills you besides everything like you have work related that you want to accomplish and all this other stuff. Like, what do you do? What are some things that you guys do? Let me know. I'd love to know that. But for me, you know, it's always a reminder to be present and appreciate those little moments or those little conversations, and to make most of everything outside. You're going to be intentional with these goals. I want to make $1 million this year. I want to lose 50 pounds. Okay. I want to grow, 20% over in my business. That's great. But what are you doing on the flip side of that? Are you have goals with your family? Like, do you have goals with your family? Do you have those other goals? Hey, I want to do some things that I enjoy this year or never try it again. But, you know, it just really that conversation really made me think outside the box, a little bit that number one, yes, you're watching what I'm doing. That's great and all. But number two, am I really pushing everything everywhere 100%? Not just talking about, you know, business stuff, all that crazy. Yeah, that's great. But like at the end, are you fulfilled? You know, I'll close out y'all with this. Don't wait for like life in general to force you into these realizations. Okay. Make the shift now. Time is precious. It ain't going to last forever. You're not going to last forever. That last day on that time card is going to come eventually. And you're going to punch it out one last time. And, just use it beyond just the grind. And that's all I got, man. Make this week count, make every day count, make this moment count, not just for success, but just living your life. Live fully, man. And that's it, guys. That's all I got. Thanks for tuning in. Share this with somebody. Be great, y'all. And I will see you on Financial Fitness Friday.